Chrisann Pereira, the actor who was a part of Sadak 2, is finally free. Her story is as bizarre as it is unbelievable. But first, take a look at the first reaction that Chrisann gave to her mother and brother when she was released.
A few innocent people are going to be saved and few innocent people that are there are going to come out. So think that you did this as a good deed.
I hope so.
The story of Chrisann Pereira is really nothing short out of a Bollywood blockbuster. But this happened in real life and it was hell for Chrisann and her family for many days. Now the story goes that Chrisann Pereira was approached by somebody who was the brother of a neighbor. This man, Anthony Paul, was so petty, and for such a small reason as a fight where her mother actually reprimanded him for trying to attack a stray dog, he decided to take revenge in the worst possible way. What did he do? He told Chrisann that he could arrange for an audition for a web series for her, but she would have to go to Dubai for that audition. He told her that she would have to go there. 1st of April, her tickets were booked. She was supposed to come back on the 2nd of April. The tickets were arranged by somebody else called Ravi. Now, when she reached Dubai, she realized there was no hotel booking. She also realized that the audition was supposed to be in Sharjah. Now, that itself was a big red flag for Chrisann. But what Anthony Paul had done was that he had given her a trophy to carry, saying that this would be needed for the audition. That trophy actually had drugs packed in it. Sharjah has extremely strict regulations on drugs. Now, when Chrisann felt that something was wrong, her brother says, she approached the local authorities and they arrested her after they found the drugs in her possession. That was the beginning of a nightmare for Chrisann and her family. She was put in jail. For the first 7 days, her family had no clue where she was. And it was only much later that they actually put the pieces together of this horrific jigsaw puzzle that had made a complete mess of their entire family's lives. Now, what happened was that Anthony Paul also used to run a bakery in Borivali, where Chrisann Pereira comes from. Now, when he had come to their building at that time, Chrisann's mother had reprimanded him because he threw a chair at a stray dog. That angered him so much that he decided he would take revenge. Now, the Mumbai Crime Branch has made 2 important arrests not too long ago, and these crucial arrests were the reason that Chrisann is free today. Anthony Paul and Ravi were both picked up by the Mumbai Crime Branch. Now, the Mumbai police, along with the Ministry of External Affairs, reached out to the Sharjah authorities and cleared Chrisann's name. They told her that she was duped and she actually had no role to play in this, and she was merely carrying something that was supposed to be a prop, and that somebody's Anthony Paul had tricked her. Now, what's worse is that this is not the first time that Anthony Paul seems to have done something like this. Another person called Clayton Rodrigues is still in Sharjah jail again because Anthony Paul sent him to the UAE on some pretext or the other and gave him and planted drugs on him without him knowing it. So Chrisann is now free, and she hopes that once she can come back, she can give a statement to the police, and that can also help release Clayton Rodrigues, who's also been in a Sharjah jail. There were others, it is believed, that Anthony Paul tried to do the same thing with. In one case, he actually laced a cake with drugs. Now, some of them managed to escape because they threw the cake at the Mumbai airport itself before they boarded their flight, which is why they did not get arrested. Clayton was not so lucky. He landed in Sharjah, the police found drugs on him, and he was arrested. So Chrisann Pereira, huge relief for that family that she will be back and she will be on her way back home. And they're hoping that Clayton Rodrigues' case will also get a boost after the Mumbai police and the Ministry of External Affairs communicate with the Sharjah authorities on what exactly has happened. A huge relief for Chrisann, definitely, but also it really shows how one person who wants to just extract revenge can really go up to such an extent as to plant drugs and ensure somebody falls into such serious trouble that they are arrested, and that too in a foreign country.